today we are going to talk about Slingshot, which we just released officially this week. We're going to talk about marketing today and marketing campaigns, paid marketing campaigns. Casey McGuigan is the product owner for Slingshot. She's been with the product since its inception, and I'm a senior VP of developer tools here. All right, Travis, you're in Murray, Kentucky, and I bet you it's absolutely beautiful there today. I'm going to be in Gallatin, Tennessee next week. I know the weather there's in the 60s and sunny. I think it's going to be 80 there tomorrow in Kentucky and Tennessee. So enjoy that. Enjoy it while it lasts. So today's agenda, understanding PPC campaigns and why you need them. We're really going to spend time on demo. We have one slide and then we're going to go right into demo because the proof is in the pudding. The housekeeping is you will get the slide deck and a recording emailed to you after the webinar. And we've got the chat window. We've got the questions window. You can chat with just the hosts and panelists, or you can post your questions to everyone. It's really up to you. So let's talk about PPC campaigns. So PPC means pay per click. And a company like Infragistics, a company like the lumber yard down the street, a company like a hair salon in your local strip mall lives and dies by paid ads. And all they're doing is trying to experiment with ads, and not only like the words in the ads, but the colors of ads, where ad placement is. And placement means, is it an Instagram ad? Is it a Facebook ad? Do I put it on Twitter? And then they're testing these, evaluating, and if they seem to work, then they spend more money. So the reason Google is, you know, $1 trillion company is because they are basically running ads for every website, for every business in the world, and they're taking a piece of that pie based on the clicks of those ads and other things for Google to make money, but more so for you to get customers to your website, get customers and prospects, and then ultimately fill out a download form or fill out a call me form or start chatting with you, whatever your business happens to be. But PPC campaigns are a critical part of business. At Infragistics, it's what drives our downloads. So every month, what we're doing is we meet monthly as a management team and a marketing team, but the marketing team is meeting weekly. And then we have folks looking at this data every day, making sure that we're not overspending in one area, that we're experimenting with new things, but we're understanding if we have $5 to spend, should we spend it on a LinkedIn ad or maybe 3 Instagram ads? And then the target of those ads. So your product might be like Slingshot. Let's take Slingshot, for example. Slingshot is for any team really to use collaboration, data analytics, chat discussions, kind of bring the team together, have a whole project management experience, but open up with transparency and really deliver something that you might use multiple applications for. So should we be targeting developers on Twitter? Should we be targeting marketing managers on LinkedIn? Those are the things you need to think of when you look at your product, who the market is, and where you're going to spend all that money. And then you're constantly tweaking that money based on what works and what doesn't. So with that little setup, you know, what you need to understand is, or what you need is to quickly achieve the goals that you're setting. And you're going to see that today. How do you measure to track success? So measuring your goals and what you're really trying to achieve. What is the audience and what is the message? Hey, are you trying to do brand awareness, or are you trying to drive downloads, or are you trying to drive contacts? And then on the fly optimizations with a tool like Slingshot. What you're doing is you're pulling in all this data from these different sources, allowing you to analyze it in real time and then make those decisions so you can spend the right amount of money, pull back on spend, do the things that you need to ensure that you can drive success. So with that, why don't we jump over to a demo? I'm going to stop my share and I'll let you take over from here, Casey.
All right, awesome. And I'm going to share, and can you see?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So I have my screen zoomed in a little bit here, so hopefully everybody can see nicely. Jason, just chime in if anything ends up looking weird to you.
Oh, looks good. Looks good.
All right, awesome. So just a quick kind of recap, refresher on what Jason did just mention. Slingshot is our all-in-one digital workplace. So pulling together all of your task and project management with your collaboration and discussions and kind of like your one-on-one and group chatting, your content and file management, your data analytics, which is where we're going to focus a lot of our time in this demo today as well. Quick overview of kind of like your navigation within Slingshot is you have a lot of up at the top as of our release, kind of like quick view lenses of your personal overview of everything that's kind of going on for yourself in Slingshot, any of your tasks that are from any of your different workspaces or projects that you belong to, pieces of Slingshot that have been shared with you, your analytics, and then your pins where you're able to manage all of your file providers and stuff. I'm going to show you those kind of in context of this PPC management project to stay on theme. So in Slingshot, I mean, the nice thing about the way that the workspaces and projects work over here on the left-hand side is that you can set things up the way that it works best for you in your company. So in this demo today, I'm going to show you how you can manage PPC as a project underneath of your marketing team. But you can also, you have the freedom to, if you work on a specific brand or product, you can have this be your brand, your workspace at the top, be your brand and product, and then you can have your projects underneath of that as well follow. So you could do segment down your workspaces or do them broad for an entire team. So diving into PPC management. So we're going to get into the data analytics, but that's still only one piece of your PPC management, right? So you have a group of people that are working on your paid advertising. You have tasks that need to get done in order to launch new campaigns or optimize them. So here you have an overview of kind of what's going on with your PPC campaigns. Anywhere as well that I have been mentioned inside of this project would come up here, so I can quickly dive into any piece that I've missed in any conversation that I might have missed. So within this project, you have your different tasks where I have this broken out by the different platforms that you're advertising on, and you can really break this out into lists however you want. So task lists are really just a container to better organize your tasks. So in this use case here, we have everything that we kind of wanted to get done in Q1. You can see the concept of tasks and subtasks in here. Within tasks, you can also attach files right from your cloud provider. So if you're using Google Drive, OneDrive, SharePoint, whatever it is, you can come here and attach content right from those different sources. And then likewise, so I have Google Ads and then Facebook in here. So you can see some of the different tasks for boosting a webinar or launching a lookalike campaign, just taking action on the things that you want to get done for your PPC management. And then diving over to discussions is where you can have transparent threaded conversations with everybody in this workspace. Or in this project. So whether it's collaborating around a new campaign that you guys want to launch or just a certain message that you guys want to take and build off of, or better yet, collaborating around the data and the insights that you're seeing in your different campaigns, you can do that all from right within the discussions. And everybody that's on the PPC management project has access to collaborate in there as well. And then moving over to your pins, this is just an example of how you can kind of organize and maintain your copy for your ads, your messaging that you always want to keep top of mind, your creative, and everything like that. So you don't have to keep bouncing into OneDrive to go find something, and you don't have to worry about, do I have the latest version of the ad copy, and everything like that. Everything is stored, organized in context of your project within here. And then into dashboards. So Slingshot has an entire business intelligence engine built right inside of it. So you can connect right to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and then Google Ads is where we're going to kind of focus today. So I'm going to pop into this dashboard here, and I have one kind of started a little bit that I'm going to add some visualizations to show you the creation process. But you can see here that I have my spend and my average cost per click, and then my spend by ad group as well. So I'm just going to come into edit mode here. And I'm going to show you how adding a new visualization right from Google Ads works. So I'll go to add visualization. By default, right at the top is the data sources that I am using already in this dashboard. Adding Google Ads to be able to use it in Slingshots as easy as really just signing in. So you would come up to add a data source. You can see where Google Ads, Google Analytics, Facebook, LinkedIn, as easy as really clicking on this, it'll push you out to a login screen, log in, and then you bounce back into Slingshot. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to use this here. And you can see, so if you're familiar with PPC, you know that your Google Ads has ad groups, campaigns, there's keyword views, there's search term views. These are the most popular ones. And then if you bounce over to the all resources in here, you can really search for any kind of tab or table within your Google Ads that you want to use. So we do have some demo data that I'm just going to actually come here and do a quick duplicate of this. And I'm going to go into edit mode. And you can see up here that I'm in the ad group table of Google Ads. You can see I have the measures that are available to me to use at the campaign level, at your ad group level. So let's say that we want to create a visualization that's going to show us our, let's do our clicks by ad group. So I'm going to start fresh, and I'm going to do actually just a line chart. We'll do clicks first. And I want to use the month field. So I'm going to come to here, go down to month. I'm going to pull month over to the line label, and then I'm going to use click so you can see all of the values that hopefully look familiar to you from inside Google Ads. I'll pull over clicks. And you can see here now that I'm looking at my clicks over time for this particular campaign that I've actually filtered down here. So I'm going to change this to be over time. And I can actually format my data too as well. So if I wanted to add the 1000 separator here so that my numbers look a little nicer, I can do that as well. I have a date range by default set down here. And now I already have a new chart type. So I'll just click the check up there. And now let's just create another one. So I'm going to go actually and duplicate this as a little shortcut. Come into edit mode, and let's see, I kind of forget what else I have in here. Do I have device? Yes, I have device. So let's do a donut chart. And I'm going to pull over device instead of the, well, it's all desktop. But if you're advertising on mobile, you would have your tablet, your mobile, your desktop pull right into here. So let's maybe do, maybe country will give us a better one. No, that's not in this view. All right, we'll leave this and we'll just do clicks. device. And then we'll actually add one more for clicks by ad group. So, or you know, I'm actually gonna do something different. We're going to do a little table. So I'm gonna duplicate this, go into edit mode again, and I'm gonna create a pivot table where we're gonna look at the performance of our, oh, I did the wrong one, oh, sorry. Of our ad groups. I'm gonna duplicate this one. So I want a table. I want to look at my ad groups. So I want my ad group name. So here I can see my cost. So I'm going to change this to a currency. And I also want to see for my cost, the impressions that I'm getting. So I'm just going to do a quick search. So for your impressions. And then for the number of impressions, I want to see the clicks. And then last, I want to do my average cost per click. And I'll set that here. So awesome. Don is in and he's with it. He is looking for updates to the Google ad spend. So I'll do currency here real quick. I'm going to change this to the 2 decimals so I can see my average cost per click like this. And I'll do ad group KPIs. And you can see as I continue to add these visuals, they keep adding the same size, but you have full range of really how these kind of the sizes of them and how they look. So I'm going to move this one up. Pull this over, this one up, and then I'll make this one a little wider. All right, so now I have my dashboard. I'm good to go. Don actually requested some information around this, so I'm going to save this out. And then right from creating this dashboard from Google Ads, I'm going to come to the overflow here and I'm going to start a conversation. I can start just a chat or a discussion for everybody to see. Don messaged me, so I'm going to go starting a chat with Don here. And here you go, Don. So just like that, going from the data to sharing it with my team, now we can kind of collaborate on it back and forth. He gets a live link right to that dashboard. So he can go in, he can ask me questions, whatever it is. So as well, I did want to note that your Google Ads campaigns too don't just stop at what you're spending on Google, right? So within this dashboard, you can also pull in your Google Analytics data. So you're looking at, okay, well, I'm spending this, people are clicking and coming to my website, but then what are they doing? Are they staying? Are they bouncing? Are they converting? So you can pull in Google Analytics, and then as well, whatever CRM system or lead system you're using, you can also pull in data from there. So internally, we use Salesforce. So I'm able to see, okay, we spent this, the ad group had this click-through rate, they came to the website, they had this bounce rate, they converted into this lead, that lead then converted into an opportunity. So you're able to really track and see your entire funnel of your Google Ads campaigns right in Slingshot. I think that was really the main things I wanted to show. Jason, was there any questions or anything I need to go back to?
Nope. Travis was pretty impressed with how easy it was to do that. Maybe since you're here, since folks want to get started with something a little bit easier, show my analytics and where they can just open up a dashboard sample or experiment with some fake data that we provide.
Yeah. So when you log into Slingshot up at the My Analytics here, we have a Getting Started tab where we have some built-in samples that you can come and check out. I'll just open one quickly. So you can kind of see an example of a marketing dashboard here that uses some different visualizations as well. And then if you too just want to kind of get your feet wet a little bit, there is a sample data source down here. So when you log in and you go to create a new dashboard, there is a sample data source that you can use. It'll go, actually, let me just open it. It'll go right into an Excel file that's on the web. You can select the sheet that you want to use. And again, you can start using that kind of easy to use drag and drop experience in here.
Slick. Yeah, it's super easy to get started. The whole idea is that anyone in your organization can use this tool, start down the path of data literacy, promoting data-driven decisions. That's the goal with a tool like Slingshot. So this all-in-one digital workplace, yeah, you saw some chat, you saw we had discussions, we have project management and tasks, but pulling all that together with data and analytics is really where you're driving your business, where you're probably discussing more meaningful things. And we've done a bunch of webinars on this in the past. You should check out our YouTube channel for this. But at the end of the day, what you need to do is make data-driven decisions, not hunches, not the loudest guy in the room. And this really does let you focus your team on these KPIs that you need to actually produce better results. So that was great. Casey, thank you very much. I will go back and get to the screen share here. So let me share my screen. I'll share screen one. Share, you should see it now. So thank you for that demo. So what we have coming is, obviously you saw a little bit of the data catalog there today. We have groups now that we just released this week, which is really exciting. There's more tutorials than ever online on the YouTube channel, which will also be in the follow-up email that we sent. And then a couple things that are down the pike a little bit are templates, overview windows, and goals and strategies, which will further let you achieve some of this KPI management and goals for all your teams. So the cool thing is, let's say you have a workspace, you have like 10 different projects, PPC, organic, growth hacking, whatever. You can roll all those up into a single overview window with your own visualizations, own project status, and then other things that we enable through those overview windows, all driving towards the goals and strategies that are really driving your business and ensuring that you have that, hit your goals and have those healthy outcomes at the end of the year, all while keeping your team completely in the loop and informed. So that transparency of all of this information to the entire team is what drives everyone's success. And I think everyone's company goes through this transformation where you're like, man, should we share this data? Do we really want to let this team know? Or what happens if they start making assumptions or have ideas about this data? You need to get over that hump, because once you make data part of how you drive decisions at your organization, everything gets better. And there's all kinds of proof. There's been McKinsey studies, there's studies that we've done in terms of surveys that look at 40, 60, 80% more revenue because of transparent, data-driven organizations. And so Slingshot really helps you do that. So get started today. If you go to slingshotapp.io, you can log right in and basically experience what you just saw in the demo from Casey. So there is no heavy download. You don't have to do anything. Just go to the web, click go, and you're ready to rock and roll. So we want to thank you for your time today. We really appreciate it. Let me see here. I'll go back up to the first slide. Let me go all the way up here, and oops, let me go all the way up here to the first slide so you can get our emails again. So let's go back here. Let me share my screen. If you have any questions, shoot Casey an email, cmcguigan@infragistics.com. If you have any questions for me or either one of us, no problem. Keep in mind that we're here to help. So if you want to try to push this at your organization, if you need help, we want you to be able to do this and be successful. So great. Thank you, Travis, for stopping by. Thank you, everyone else, for stopping by. We really appreciate it. And with that, have a great week and go ahead and try Slingshot today.